Neon lights, neon lights. Dancing with my demons, do the dash me out of sight. Run it up.
Hello and welcome to the SoulInsights Podcast. I'm Kyle and Loxton, joined by
Kyle.
And we're going to give some amazing advice today that you're going to follow. For the
What
rest
is
of your
it?
life.
So it's terrible advice to live by.
Yes.
Terrible advice to live by? Should you live by it?
Yeah, great
Yes
advice.
or no? If you do, you're probably a bit of a joke yourself, aren't you? But, no judgments here.
Yeah, exactly. It was either up to you to take the advice on board or not, isn't
Exactly.
it? Or just jump overboard.
Yeah.
Right. Straight
Cool.
into it, mate.
Yep, go on then.
So music recommendation, seeing as the new album dropped today as well, is Drake and 21 Savage's Treacherous Twins. I think the album bangs compared to, honestly,
Never mind. Just honestly.
yeah, I quite like it. It's her loss.
Waste of
Yeah,
time.
project. I quite like
But
it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's quite good, decent. So there we go.
Cool.
Added to the SI Pod playlist
Yeah.
on Spotify if you want to follow. But yeah.
Yes. So
Done.
Right. So film. Seeing as Kyron said the same one as me, he said, "Oh, let's suggest this one." And I already had it written down. So All Quiet on the Western Front. So it's a war, I suppose, drama film.
World War
isn't
One, I
it?
think.
Yeah, World War One. So, and neither of us have actually watched it, but it's number 2 on Netflix at the time of recording this.
Yeah.
And it seems pretty decent, to be honest. It sounds like it'd be a good film.
Well, I said
'Cause
to you,
there's
like-
many other ones, like 1917, which
Yeah.
you said about, which
It
is
looked
you've got
similar
like
filming style.
Hacksaw Ridge and that kind of
Oh,
thing.
banger.
Other like war films that are like really good. So yeah, there's that one. TV recommendation: Blockbuster. Have you seen that?
Comedy, yeah. It's like the final days of Blockbuster opening or
Yeah,
something, isn't it?
so let's just say spoilers, but it doesn't really matter.
Have you watched it?
I have. I finished.
right.
I finished it just before I came to yours, actually. So, it's about the last Blockbuster on Earth, the last Blockbuster store on Earth. It's all right. It got a lot of hate online, people saying it was shit, but I thought it was all right. It's not. It's like
Well, like a comedy, it's not going to take it too seriously, is it? So it's just
no,
a joke
exactly.
watch, isn't
But
it?
it's like it could be considered maybe don't do any more episodes, kind of leave it where it was.
Was it a series, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a
10
film.
episodes. No,
Oh,
10
right.
episodes, half an hour each, I think. So it's got the Amy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Melissa Fumero.
Yeah,
something
there was
along
one
those
actor,
lines.
I think, that rang a bell when I saw the poster for it. But
Yeah, there will be. So the landlord dude, you'd probably recognise him, and the main character dude who ends up owning Blockbuster, you'd probably know him from something
you've seen
as
no
well.
season
so
2 then? Just leave it.
You could.
Probably dry up a bit.
They've set it up so that you could have a second season, but it's gonna, if it's got that much hate already, then is it really gonna?
No.
Are they really gonna want to do it? Are Netflix gonna want to do another episode?
You treat it like a
yeah,
pilot as well, I
nothing,
imagine,
yeah.
isn't it? So
Yeah.
you're kind of like,
See how it went,
received.
and then if nothing else happens, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So, right, and game recommendation, because it will be out now, so 9th of November, God of War Ragnarok, which has pretty much scored perfectly on all the reviews. There was a couple of 9s. Well, there was, I think, on the review chart, 1 9 and 1 9.5, and everything else was either 10 out of 10 or 5 star, 5 out of 5 star.
It's going to be well
So
good.
it's, if it doesn't get Game of the Year, I'd be quite surprised.
Do you reckon you'll get it on launch?
I'm going to wait like a week maybe just to see if the price will go down, because I don't really want to spend 70 quid. If it'll go down to like 55, then yeah, I'll get it.
Speaking of-
Amazon normally make it a bit cheaper, so
Yeah.
that'll be alright.
Speaking of North mythology, have you seen that new indie horror game that's based on it? It's
No.
they've released a demo of it at the minute. I believe all the YouTubers might play it, but it's like Little Nightmares sort of camera angle.
Yeah.
You're jumping on lily pads and there's all like these swamp monsters. It's like
Yeah.
sort of horror themed, but I think it's based off North mythology. So
I might have
What it
seen
linked.
it. But
it looked quite
yeah.
dodgy, to be honest. I think it's next gen game as well, so the graphics look quite good.
Next gen.
Or like the PS5,
Current.
whatever. Yeah, whatever
Current
the
gen.
thing is.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
But yeah, I think that
God
might
of War,
be.
yeah.
You'll see that in the next episode,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, I'll have a look and see if I can find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, God of War Ragnarok, just to be clear, 94 Metacritic score, because that's what I was trying to find out then.
Bang.
So yeah, very highly
What was the
rated.
last one? Do you reckon it's that?
Maybe. I don't entirely know, but it was good.
It's good, yeah, it's
well,
fun
it's
playthrough.
fantastic. So
Fantastic.
yeah, so that's that. Next
Sorted.
page from the book.
So this is the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows by John Koenig. On with chapter 6, Roll the Bones, connecting the dots of a wide open universe. And the word is Sueza.
S.
Yeah.
U.
Yeah.
E.
Yeah. Sueza.
S.
No.
It's Z, isn't it?
So it's Suer.
Sueza. Z-A.
Yeah.
Oh,
fair
okay.
enough. Yeah, it's quite a decent. A random word, but
Yeah.
it is a feeling of quite amazement that you exist at all, a sense of gratitude that you were even born in the first place, that you somehow emerged alive and breathing despite all odds, having won an unbroken streak of reproductive lotteries that stretched all the way back to the beginning of life itself. So it's the instant moment that you're just like, geez, I'm actually here. I mean, you know that the best there was that insult that I remember someone saying the best part of you ran down your mum's leg. But it's you thinking you're like the winning sperm. I don't know, it's just kind of, you just exist, you're just here, like,
so
this is you know
saying that then
jokes.
One of the sidemen did it in I don't know what the thing's called, where they've got all of them and they're like, the girl calls them like, oh, number 5, answer the question kind of thing. And it was I can't remember what the question was. If you were, who could you have dinner with, or who would you be, dead or alive? And he turned around and he was like, I'd be one of the sperms that lost, so I didn't have to suffer this internal misery.
yeah. That's jokes.
But yeah, anyway.
But yeah, the feeling of quite amazement that you existed, so it's quite cool. Like
the fact that you're actually here, like
yeah. I think imagine,
the
especially
fact that
this
you're here
age
and
as
you're
well.
a waste of time.
Yeah, it's just like,
So why do I even exist? What is the point in me?
what was
the point? Yeah, exactly. I should have ran down somebody's leg, shouldn't I? Should have just been shot in the toilet, shouldn't I?
Hang it out, yeah. But
yeah,
there we go.
exactly.
So if you feel like you're grateful to be alive, not after a near-death experience, just in general, just there we go. You have Sueza.
You're just chilling, yeah.
Yeah, you're just chilling.
Sueza.
You're like, oh my god, I exist. Validation through the roof. Yeah. There we go.
Right,
Main
I
topic.
believe we are going straight onto it. So I keep forgetting the bloody title. Terrible advice to live by.
Yeah. Is it? You'd be the judge.
I'm pretty sure most of these will be. I think you've got more than me, so you start.
Okay, so we'll probably run through some of these because I was
so it's going to be kind of running.
I'm going to see if you get your initial reaction. Yeah,
Yep,
try not
let's
to
go.
laugh. Yeah, that's right. If you see someone crying, ask if it is because of their haircut.
Oh dear.
Imagine you saying that. It's because your haircut looks
That bowl
clapped,
haircut.
mate.
Bowl, yeah.
How much do you pay for the haircut? You're crying 'cause someone lost their
20p, mate.
I might say it.
No, because then it's like
Instantly getting a
it's
slap,
new
isn't it?
like fear unlocked. Then isn't it? It's like, oh my god, like no, I wasn't crying because of that, but should I be?
Exactly.
Oh dear. Right, I don't have much else to say on that.
No.
So,
just ask them about their haircut.
Right, magnify your phone screen by putting it in a glass of water.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
It's a good idea, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
good.
I'm sure there's some people out there who have done it. You just need some rice afterwards.
Do you know, it reminds me of like when you're trying to make a makeshift speaker, and back in school, and you just put it in a little box to enhance the sound.
Or it's like
Good.
there was a TikTok going around where it's play this sound and put your phone in your mouth.
Oh my days.
And you do it actually sounds insane.
Some of them
it
sound
sounds
decent,
well
yeah.
cool, yeah.
I can't do it
So-
on my phone at the minute. Both speakers are busted.
phone's
It's
just
playing
fucked,
through
isn't
my
it?
phone, I think, through the top.
Yeah, through the massive hole where the screen used
Yeah.
to be. Yeah.
So it's good.
Right, next.
Right, is that?
Yeah, so this is going to be quick, isn't it?
If you get bitten by a shark, bite it back. You'll still probably die, but the shark could be like, "Lol, what?"
I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah, just out for the shark. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. It's like you're in its mouth, so put it in your mouth.
Yeah, just because you're in its territory, you may as well set up shop there. You know what I mean? Just slap it up.
I mean,
Don't let it just be your little bitch to it. You know what I mean?
it's like you bit off my leg. I'm going to bite off your fin. Fuck
Exactly.
you. Fuck
I
you,
think
shark.
There's the thing. When they go to attack, isn't it the splash in the water when you appear? So they go to sense what that disturbance is. They might bite you out of curiosity. I don't think they bite you because they're hungry.
Let's give you a little nibble.
Yeah, I think so. And they don't like the taste. You're like, oh, you grim, mate, and swim off. But that bite could be fatal. So maybe not.
Imagine that, just bite your head off, and they're like, oh, I didn't like the taste of that.
Yeah,
Just go. It's like you're just floating around with no head.
I think so. I mean, it depends. I guess it's down to nature anyway. It depends how mad the shark feels, isn't it? I mean, I reckon the shark would attack you. Depends how hungry it is, I guess.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't want to test it, to be fair.
Well,
But apparently, if you push its nose, it like turns away, I think. But it's having the confidence to stick your hand out to it.
You try and push its nose just as it's opening its mouth, and your arm just goes inside.
I remember
Good idea.
Poopy's out of Jackass. He spoke about his shark attack, and he felt like when he had his arm in its mouth, you felt like just a pure force on your arm tugging away, and it's like you could easily rip your arm. It's mental.
Well,
it
just go straight through it.
You're so beta compared to it, isn't it? I think that's a bit mad, to be honest.
It's like a fly to a human.
Generally would be like how strong it is compared to you, where it's just like it would humble some people, I'd imagine. Just bite it back. Shark's
like shit, I'm not that good, am I?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, bathroom tip. Going number 2. Discreetly cover up your poop sounds by continuously shrieking at the top of your lungs.
It's like when you cough at the wrong time or something. Just hear a little plop.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like you're in fucking... I don't know. You're in like a really big crowd and it's really fucking noisy. And you just decide to make a really weird noise or you'll like fart or something. Just as the room goes silent.
And you're in one of those like restrooms that like echoes, like because it's an empty building, it all just like bounces throughout all the rooms and stuff.
So yeah, just sit on the toilet letting out, just fucking screaming. Bring more curiosity.
Probably ask like paramedics to come through going, like, you constipated, like, what's going on here?
Easy.
Right, this is probably the most responsible one I reckon you should take on board. Is use the metal part of your seatbelt to open beers while driving.
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
So not only are you not wearing your seatbelt, you're just...
I was going to avoid that because, drunk driving, but...
it's responsible, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
We're not held accountable for anything that you do.
I mean, you've taken your seatbelt off to open the beer, so...
Exactly. 2 birds with one stone, isn't it?
Exactly. You've got 2 chances of killing yourself, so,
I thought that was jokes. I looked at the seatbelt when I saw it and I was like, actually, no one crossed my mind.
Well, why would it? Have you ever drunk a beer in a car?
Never.
No, exactly never. So, have you ever drank a bottle
of
beer?
Moving on.
No, unless you're passenger and then you're allowed to. Right. No. When cutting bagels in half, put your finger through the stabilization hole to keep it steady.
Again, it keeps reminding me of random things. You know that the trend on TikTok at the minute? Girls are saying if they have a dick, what they would do with it. Have you seen that? And they said they would stack donuts to see how many they could do. Stick it into mash and things like that.
Takes bang and some mash to a whole new level. It'd
be like nice and warm, so you just stick your dick in it.
It's like
Speaking of that,
Jim from American Pie, fucking an apple pie.
Yeah, that's what sex feels like. Yeah. No.
I wouldn't know because I can't say I fucked an apple pie.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. So speaking of that, then I would go on to this one. Never put your hand where you wouldn't put your willy. True. Facts.
Oh dear. Just say to a girl, hang on, I need to check if I put my dick up in you, so I'm going to stick my fist up you first.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I did not think of it like that.
My mind went.
I just thought like a meat grinder or something. Like, stick your hand in his dick in it. That was the boring story. You go in through that way. Oh.
You imagine if you've done it before. It's like, my hand's already been in a meat grinder, so I can stick my dick in there. It'll be fine. And it just pulls it off.
Going through that way, though, you're like squishing in, like, like Mr. Ballin story.
Mr. Ballin story where he gets sucked in from his belly. But
No.
Or like Final Destination when he gets sucked into the hole in the swimming pool.
So realistic.
Dear. Right. Don't use your turn signal. It's nobody else's business where you're going.
All the BMW drivers out there.
I mean, I'm not even going to say anything like, oh, sorry if you're a BMW driver, because, you should already be sorry because you're a BMW driver.
Bang.
Yeah.
I mean, they're quite cool, but yeah, it's just tainted in a way, I guess.
It's like...
they are cool cars, though.
It's like, just don't even bother driving any speed other than 40 mile an hour.
Well, they can't use your blinkers, isn't it?
Oh, blinkers.
Or indicator.
When Americans are like, oh, why'd you call it indicators? We call it blinkers because they blink, because it indicates where you're going.
And it's blinking.
Yeah, so I mean, both make sense, don't they?
Out, yeah.
So, but a blinker, anything can blink.
British, okay? We just like to just be elaborate with our words.
Until we find words where we're not, and then, fuck you.
Right, football, oi. Okay.
I mean, it is football, it's not soccer, because, football was invented by the English, so...
Football is a pretty cool sport to watch as well, the NFL. Are you a fan of that?
American football.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called American. Even Americans should call it American football. Or they should just call it a waste of time sport.
Nah, it's cool. I've always wanted to play it, to be honest.
An entire game that's like 80 minutes or whatever actually plays for like 4 minutes.
Yeah, I remember someone saying that.
Yeah.
Because every time you get tackled, it's a playoff, isn't it? It's something like that. So you always have to go back into formation to.
Yeah, you
go
were going
again,
into
don't you?
formation with the time still going.
Yeah.
It's like, why not just pause the clock? They've tried to do this with football, or they've said to do it with football.
Really? They just play on.
Bring the game down to 60 minutes, and every time the ball goes out of play as a free kick,
What about a
anything,
challenge?
you pause the clock.
Jesus.
So if you're on 55 minutes and 12 seconds and the ball goes out of play, you would pause the clock. As soon as the ball's back in play, you'd resume the time.
What?
Because
that's mental, isn't it?
it's something like 64 minutes of a game actually gets played.
I say it's.
Yeah, only like 4 minutes gets added on at the end or whatever. So yeah, you should have like half an hour added on.
Well, that's what I thought. Maybe watching rugby might be different, but playing it's quite fun because it's like you ruck over and the game's still running. You know what I mean? It's still it's quite intense playing. Maybe watching it might be a bit different, but it's like with football. If someone falls over, it's annoying when you see them rolling around on the floor and you have to stop the play and you dish out cards. It's like it'd be cool if you just took the hit, absolutely just clapped someone, just carried on playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
but if you did
jokes,
that, and
wouldn't it?
everybody just kill everybody,
Yeah,
wouldn't they?
exactly.
So it wouldn't work.
Or
would
like
it?
American football. Imagine if they didn't stop the play. You just clapped everyone and they just go. It'd be concussions everywhere, to be honest. Right, so keep going.
Yeah.
Put your new TV box on your neighbour's side so you wouldn't get robbed. You should have done that.
It took me a moment just to realise what you were actually meant by that, and then I just realised.
Good.
For fuck's
Love
sake.
your neighbours.
I was
Love
thinking of
thy
like,
neighbour.
I was thinking of like Skybox or something
Oh yeah.
to start with. TV
Oh,
box.
TV box. Yeah.
But I realised you meant like you've got a new TV and you've put the box outside
Especially
your
if
neighbour's
you've got
house.
like a
Yeah.
60-inch screen or something. The box is pretty
Yeah.
mad, isn't it? Well, yeah. So invite home invaders to your
That's
neighbour
not
instead.
terrible advice to live by. That's good advice.
Yeah.
It
Like your
is.
neighbour's just gonna bomb your house or something after it's been robbed or something.
If they bomb your house and you're inside, you're dead, so you wouldn't care, would
Nice little neighbour feud
Yeah.
going on.
you? And?
It's like Bad Neighbours, isn't it? That film. Banging film.
Sake. Yeah, it's a good film, yeah.
Right, shall I do another one or do you want?
Right, I'll go. So, how to keep groceries fresh. Take an item that is about to expire and place it into another container without an expiration date to make it last forever.
Wow.
Say your milk runs out of date on the fucking 10th of October and you're on the 10th of October, just pour it into another container. It'll never run out of date, will it?
Oh yeah, but then it just taint the whole thing when it does. I think, isn't it?
I mean,
It
yes,
affects it.
obviously, but it would still run out of date when it runs out of date, wouldn't it? It's not just going to last all the time, is it?
Or does it postpone it a little bit extra?
Why would it postpone
I
it?
don't know. I'm trying to think logic behind this.
Nah, there's no logic behind it.
Yeah.
So somebody used to, it was with milk mostly. It would run out of date, and they would take the label off and leave it in the fridge, so nobody knew when it would actually run out.
Oh,
So, you
mystery
know,
milk.
To work around this, all we did was we just opened another milk
Oh Jesus.
that was in date and just left the other one, and the person who did that, who took the label off, could just continue to use that if they wanted to, and anybody who was stupid enough to use it.
Yeah.
That could be a week out of date. Just because it hasn't gone lumpy doesn't mean to say it's not bad.
Exactly. Quick
Yeah.
sniff, isn't it?
No, just a quick chug.
Oh.
You know, if it goes in your mouth
Feel the
like sick comes
clump.
out, then you know you.
What was the
Wanna
drink
give
that
up?
you made with milk the other day? Coca-Cola. But you said you can't put Coke
Milk
in.
and Diet Coke, so it's
Grim.
you can't put the Coke in afterwards. I was gonna say you have to make it like you make a coffee. You have to make it like I make a coffee, or like any rational person makes a tea, and put the milk in afterwards. Otherwise, it curdles and then it turns lumpy, and it kind of looks like sand.
And it feels like sand in your
It
mouth.
feels like sand in your mouth. It's fucking horrible. But if you put the milk in afterwards, it was actually really nice. Like, it looked
Decent.
like a coffee colour, like a white coffee colour.
Because what started that? That was the AU vodka thing, wasn't it? But who's tried Coke with it? That was a
Somebody did it
TikTok
on
trend, wasn't
TikTok, yeah.
Mad. Do you think you'd mix milk with
Milk and vodka, though, was actually like
It's all right,
flavoured
actually.
vodka. So normal vodka might be different. But flavoured vodka and milk, because it goes a funky colour, whatever colour the vodka is.
That
And
AU
it
stuff,
was
isn't
actually
It's quite
tasted
nice.
quite nice, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Right. Oh, damn. Put a plastic bag over your head to make you pass out so work feels shorter. Absolutely. Don't you reckon?
Yeah. Just make sure that you get somebody else to put the plastic bag on.
There was another one linked to that
and they don't
one.
take it off.
If you ever find yourself in debt, end yourself.
Good. That's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Goes, oh, wait, what happens to your debt if you die? Loophole.
Oh, exactly. It's like in Afterlife, isn't it? When he goes around saying, like, if it ever gets too much, I'll just kill myself.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a superpower. That's the worst superpower I've ever had.
It's the best superpower, mate.
If it ever gets too
Solves
much.
all your problems.
Best advice going, isn't it?
Yeah. Right. Make your car go faster by shifting it into race gear.
Wow.
I mean, can you just imagine bombing it at like 60 mile an hour and then just putting it into reverse?
Oh my god, that noise.
I think you'd blow the car up. Your car would not work afterwards, surely.
No, you burn the crap out of something,
No,
surely.
Gone.
It's like even if you dropped it into second going at like 5, that scream your car would be doing. Nah.
It's even bad enough when you're in, say, 5th or 4th, and you drop down a gear so you can get a bit of acceleration to overtake someone, and the kind of like the it takes like
the little jolt where it's like trying to slow down, but then you want to go, nah, just go faster.
Nah, fuck you, I'm going faster, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
go on.
Not sure how much pasta to make? Give up on life. There are going to be a lot harder decisions than that one, so you might as well give up now.
I was not expecting that when it said, what, not sure how much pasta to make. Just give up on life, why not?
If you think that's a hard decision, try giving life.
In all fairness, measuring out the amount of pasta you actually need for the amount of people is quite a difficult task.
Yeah. I mean, spaghetti, definitely.
Spaghetti, you're supposed to do a certain thing that was like, hold your hand or something and put the amount that it can fit in your hand. That's like one person's worth or something along those lines.
I remember working hospitality life, chef side. I said, oh, do you want to see if that well pasta's cooked? What do you do? Just throw it against the ceiling, see if it sticks. Good.
Same with rice as well.
Hygienic for the customers.
Yeah. And then when it does stick, you scrape it down and you stick it on someone's plate.
Exactly. It's ready to eat. Al dente, isn't it?
Yeah. Life advice.
Life advice.
It might be terrible, but
if it sticks to the ceiling, then it's ready. Just lob your whole
We're
bowl
not just
at the
talking about pasta.
Exactly.
Moving on. Right. Tired of your periods? Contact me. I can make it disappear for 9 months. That's right, 9 months for the low price of $0. But I disappear too.
Oh wow. Whoa.
It's good, isn't it?
Parenting 101.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you're supposed to live.
What, just vanish, yeah? Just don't even be
Exactly.
existent.
Just disappear, yeah. Go on then.
Tired of being alone? Buy a Ouija board and summon some friends. You ever used one?
God, no.
Oh, would you?
Yeah, fuck it. None of that shit exists, does it?
Yeah, like, I'll do it purely out of curiosity, I think. Because it's like,
I mean,
know
if you
with you, I know we wouldn't bullshit. So I know we wouldn't move it. I wouldn't move the tile just to troll you.
So if you do a Ouija board...
So I know me and you just find it jokes.
And you get haunted afterwards, yeah, and you can't take it, just use your superpower.
They'll just look at your...
Just end yourself.
Yeah, and meet them. And just
exactly.
1v1 them.
You can haunt the same place that they haunt, mate,
1v1,
can't you?
yeah, I would say 1v1 me on Russ, mate. To the demon. You just end yourself.
Sorted.
Imagine, though. I think we should do like a ghost thing. Because I think me and you think the same about ghosts.
It's pointless, it's a waste of time.
Like what I said to you last time, I said, if you're a ghost, why linger? I don't get it.
Just fucking end yourself again.
But then I said I'd probably open to the supernatural, though. Where it's like, see if something does happen. You're not going to be freaked out. Be like, oh, okay, sound.
It could happen, but also, is it real?
If I turn around and saw you twitching on the floor, I think it'd be jokes. Like a fish out of water on the floor,
Exactly,
like Kyle's
Fucking some pure exorcist shit.
Or walk in, you're just sat there, like looking down at the corner, like in the corner, like, what are you doing there? You alright, mate? It'd be funny.
Right. How to be a vegan. Being vegan has been so fucking easy. I literally just stare at the sun and I'm full. Thanks, photosynthesis.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I mean, it's just as useful, isn't it? So you may as well stare at the sun if you're a vegan.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've tried anything.
Cancelled now?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, all you're going to do is, I'm sitting there pouring milk on the floor because I'm a vegan and you shouldn't be drinking it, even though, you know, that milk that fucking cow or whatever has just gone through to produce for somebody to drink has just been wasted by pouring it all over the floor.
I don't think I've tried... What, like vegan coffee, isn't it? What's that? I remember
you just
having
use like
something.
soy milk or something.
Yeah, but I thought it was really thick then. I didn't know. I walked into it was a vegan junk food shop, but I didn't know it was that. I thought it was just like a normal coffee thing. and it was like a vegan coffee, but I thought it tastes like a milkshake. Like it's like really thick, one of those fridge milkshakes. I remember back in the day. And I was like,
I don't know, because like soy milk or like oat milk are all thin.
Oat milk.
Like,
if you drink oat milk, like
use your superpower and engine health.
Jesus Christ.
We're all jokes there.
I don't want like porridge aftertaste for my coffee, thanks. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah.
On to a different note.
If you sit on your hand for 15 minutes before you take a test, it feels like someone else is destroying your future.
Not gonna lie, I thought that was going a different way when you said if you sit on your hand for 15 minutes, it goes
style,
numb. Yeah.
That's what I thought when I was first reading it, but I was like, nah, someone else is destroying your future, not you. That's a good excuse.
Yeah, you can rest easy then, can't you?
Exactly. Yeah. And if you can't rest easy, then superpower.
Kill yourself, yeah.
Rest permanently.
Exactly, yeah. That's the best superpower.
Right, yeah.
Right, life hack. Reverse that shit and make your server pay. Just pull out the Uno reverse cards.
Oh, exactly. Have you seen like in TikTok when the policeman pulls him over and just hands him a Uno reverse card and drives off? I'd love to do that.
It would actually be banned. Yeah, but in this country, they wouldn't do it.
No, they wouldn't take the joke seriously.
No. You go to like Romania, like Andrew Tate said.
Bribe them.
Andrew Tate said, you just stick your Uno reverse card out, it probably would disappear.
Wow.
Exactly. Disappear like so many dads out there.
Right.
And mums. You can't forget the mums disappear too.
Exactly. Shark Week is actually the safest time to go to the beach because all the sharks are busy being on TV. After match report.
Oh my God.
That's the best advice ever.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's got logic behind it.
We'll go surfing and it'll just be like, it's shark friendly. It's Shark Week on this week. Yeah, we'll just go on then. So let's purely having interviews, 1v1s.
Little do you know that Shark Week is actually happening exactly where you choose to swim.
Exactly.
So that means all the sharks are there.
They're using you as actually the bait for Shark Week.
Yeah, exactly. That's how they get their shark spottings, isn't it?
Is that how Poopy's got bitten? Wasn't it in Shark Week, like that TV show?
I believe so. He did a jet ski thing over a shark, or even shark infested water, and he fell off and then he got eaten. Didn't get eaten, but he got.
Need to watch
he
that.
Got nibbled, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Jackass does Shark Week or something.
It'll be on my app.
Yeah, we'll watch that because we'll have to watch that Steve O'Neill as well. I really want to watch that.
That's on there as well.
Yeah, I'd love to watch that.
Yeah. Cool.
Right, this is a Google Assistant. So it goes, how do I pick up girls? Be yourself and treat them with respect. If that doesn't work, pretend to be in a band. How do I pick up guys? Lift from the knees. So shallow. Sake. But yeah, jokes, isn't it? Work on your squats, isn't it?
That's jokes, yeah. Fucking.
Have you got any more?
No, I don't. I ran out. So yeah, you just keep going. You probably got hundreds, haven't you?
I've got 3 more.
Okay, so we'll go through 3 more, yeah.
If no one comes from the future to stop you from doing it, then how bad of a decision can it really be? Exactly.
Maybe nobody comes from the future to stop you because whatever you were planning on doing actually killed you and you couldn't come back from the future to tell yourself not to do it.
Imagine your future self looking at you. I'd look at myself like, nah.
You never know.
I'd go back in the past and stop
the
future from happening.
Your future self could be an absolute degenerate.
Exactly.
You could be a complete waste of space.
Where did it all go wrong? From the womb.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
go in the past.
You know when that sperm met that egg? That is where it all went wrong.
Exactly.
And that, kids, is how I knew I wanted to end myself.
It's life advice, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
I say if you ain't seeing any DeLoreans anytime soon, then it's fine. No flux capacitors in my vicinity. Right, okay. Ready for... I'm going to end on that dad joke.
Okay.
Right, okay. Don't be worried if she hasn't texted you back. Most people only check their phone every 3 seconds. True.
I mean, it is. Like, you be on your phone, you get a message come through, and you're like, yeah, okay, I'll deal with that later. And then you just forget about it for like 3 days.
Yeah. I'm like that, to be fair. But yeah,
Banter,
you check your phone, but I wouldn't always check social apps, though. I guess I'm always on the phone, though, because then it's like, I've had people say to me, oh, you're always active. And I said, how do you know that I'm always active?
Because they're always on, like, say, Messenger, as the example. They're always on Messenger, and they can see the little green blob next to your name.
Yeah, but I'd never, when I'm on it, I never look to see if someone's active. Though. I just message you, and if you're active, I was like, oh, you might reply in a few seconds then. But I would never look at, you're active 18 minutes ago. I need to put you in that room with a swinging light bulb, and you can answer every fucking question I ask you now, you dickhead.
Why not?
Because I can't be asked. Plus, it's electricity bill, cost of living.
Oh, okay, yeah, you don't want to turn that light bulb on, just leave them in the dark.
Exactly.
torture themselves.
I'll be like, tell me where your whereabouts were exactly 5 minutes 32 seconds ago, because you were active then, and you read me and you left me on red. You degenerate cunt.
Savage.
No.
Okay then.
Do you reckon?
On to the next.
Have you had that before?
What? Well, you just get
Interrogating someone 'cause they
interrogated.
reacted.
Yeah.
No. I'll just be ghost. You know, you'd be left undelivered. Superpower activated.
Exactly.
Right, okay. Ready for this joke?
Yeah.
You ready to be absolutely
Gobsmacked.
on the floor, ruffling?
Well, I don't know what ruffling means, but yes.
Sounds like something out of that gross.com or something.
Does that mean rolling on the floor laughing, ruffling?
Right. You're ruffling. Right. Never fail. No.
There's a good start to a sentence about never fail when you failed the sentence.
Oh, it's sick. That's the truth. Right. Never fall in love with a tennis player. Love means nothing to them.
I've seen that as an actual joke, not as like a life advice thing, but as an actual joke.
Do you know what the better joke is?
What?
Life.
It's alright, you can use your superpower to get out of it.
There we go.
Oh, fucking hell.
So that was
well, yeah, there's some life advice, yeah. So that's terrible life advice to live by. So if you'd like some
actually
good
terrible. Do
good
not
life
go by
advice,
any of that.
if you actually want what we think is good life advice, just let us know and we'll inform you
We
thusly.
could, yeah, we could be a lot more serious and actually say some half decent
Yeah,
stuff.
but that's boring. Who wants to know serious life
not
advice?
in the mood to go serious with it, so it's
Exactly.
just jokes, isn't it?
More banter in it. You need to know what not to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
Just laugh with it, haven't you? You've got life is a joke. May as well laugh with it. Exactly. Little lizard boy over there. What are we doing? New music?
New music. Go for it.
A big chunk this time. Clear the throat. Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever soundtrack, NLE Chopper, Ice Spice, Rich the Kid, Motion, Joe G, Smithereens, Bones, 2 Million Blunts, Nothing Nowhere, Feet Pete Wentz, Cyanide, Brennan Savage, Comatose, K-Trap Skepta, Warm Remix, David Guetta, Morton Ray, You Can't Change Me, Taylor Gang, G-Rage, Oliver Francis, Pond Scum, Tiesto, Tate McRae, 1035, Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, Pretty Boy, Gorillaz, Baby Queen, Dean Lewis, The Hardest Love, Fredo, I'm Back, A Boogie with the Hoodie, Ballin', Kaiser Chiefs, How to Dance, Alicia Keys, Santa Baby, Hoodie Allen, Hey Ben, and High Res, Bad Dreams. Oh, Jesus.
Good list.
Yeah, that is a mad mixture as well. That's rock, dance, hip hop, and singer-songwriter, if I would do it like that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I literally left my head and then it's like...
Yeah.
So there we go. Boom.
I have to say,
release.
Hoodie Allen and High Res,
Well,
they've
that's the two you said, isn't
they've
it?
actually been releasing other music, just we haven't noticed. And today I just decided to randomly be like, oh, let's type High Res in on Apple Music, and he released a song.
Exactly. I haven't listened to them
Today
for
being
ages.
the 4th of November. So it's like, what the hell? What was the chances? And who even knew that High Res especially still did music? Because that's going back in the Call of Duty
That
days,
is
isn't it?
back in the day.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
The McDonald's order one that she said, and the song with Jake Miller as well. 2 bangers.
Yes, that is. You need to look at High
Must be
Res's
Patrick, 'cause
McDonald's.
you're living under a rock.
High Res
Hold on.
McDonald's order. Look at it. It's insane.
Yeah,
That's well good.
there you go. So
There we go.
it's a little recommendation for you.
Right, facts and jokes.
Right,
We've
which
had
one
enough
first?
jokes, haven't we? So let's do a fact. Let's go a little bit.
The inventor of the Frisbee was cremated and made into a Frisbee after he died.
I swear you said. I swear you said.
I've had
like that.
another one.
Similar.
No, it was the Pringle pot.
That's it.
Yeah. So yeah, imagine being cremated and turned into a Frisbee. Just to be put into a dog's mouth.
Oh, it's mad though. You would want to be made into the thing you created though. That's insane. You know what I mean? Banging. What would you have writing on?
Yeah, but
like
we can't
on
be
the
made
Frisbee?
into a waste of time.
Just a jar of nothing.
Yeah,
That's me.
Just cremate me and send me in the winds because that's where I belong.
We're walking in. No, okay.
Right, joke. Did I ever tell you about the time I overdosed on Viagra?
Oh, you
Hardest-
did actually yesterday.
Hardest day of my life.
Wow. Wow.
It would have been better if you didn't interrupt, but
Well, there we go.
I ain't telling it again.
No, hardest date. There we go. Is that it? We're done?
I believe.
Is that our shortest episode?
So. Yeah,
film.
probably. So,
Yeah.
you know.
So there we go. So I don't know what we've got Vegas coming up soon, isn't it? That's our
Yeah,
update.
so let's see how this goes. We might have some pre-planned episodes, meaning that maybe the recommendations and the new music will get missed off because we've had to pre-plan these, but
Yeah, because I don't know
we'll
what
see what happens, can't
state
we?
of play will be.
Yeah,
when we
we've
get back,
not
is it?
really. Well, we've not even planned out how we're releasing anything for when we're away, have we? So
Do you reckon we'll do one we'll do what we did Tomorrowland? Should we talk about what we're going to do, or should we just let it all run and then just talk about what actually happened?
I think we just let it all run, just in case anything gets cancelled.
Yeah,
or
or changes and
yeah,
stuff.
we
Yeah,
can't make something, and
we
then we
would
look
say-
like tits.
some things we are doing over there is weather dependent, isn't it?
Yes, they are. So you can say like there's some typical American stuff to do in there, like
Yeah.
you've got to do it when you're there, kind of thing. And being Vegas, I mean, you can already tell what's gonna kind of go on with
Yeah,
the casinos and.
Speaking of what we've
clubs
already
and
got
stuff
planned,
like
like
that.
it's going to be well fun, I think.
Yeah,
Looking forward
and
to it.
it's a bloody expensive trip, and that.
Jokes.
Couple grand deep already.
Yeah, and that actually be good. Like we said, we got it'll be the birthday over there anyway, so that's one main
Yep.
celebrate for us
So
too,
I'm
isn't it?
Pretending my birthday's a week
Yeah,
earlier.
it's quite cool that you're
2
quite
weeks.
close to
Yeah, a
mine
week
anyway.
earlier. Yeah.
And album
But-
release, so it's a bit whole big celebratory like sort of end to the year for us.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest, how mad our year's already been anyway,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah, exactly.
But-
Too much. When how mad the past 5 months have been.
Yeah,
Since July, isn't it? Really.
£10
It's
quid. isn't it?
mental. Yeah, exactly.
But no, it's been So I'd say we'll talk about it when we come back, I guess.
Yeah.
But until then, see us on the next episode, whatever that's going to be. Whether
Yeah.
we have a guest or not on, I don't know.
I doubt it. It'll just be us chatting
Yeah,
shit
we've
again,
run with
won't
it, won't we?
So,
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Right. Socials.
So find us on all streaming platforms under the SoulInsights Podcast. Please leave us a review and rating if you want to. Socials, Twitter, SI Index, TikTok, Instagram, SoulInsights Index, and YouTube, SoulInsights. Thanks again for tuning in.
And toodaloo.
Toodaloo. What's your favourite superpower?
Death.
Sound.